Hi, this is Coach Colette, host of the Start Within podcast, and welcome to the second Financial Fridays episode of 2020. I promise I won't say that for the next 50 weeks, counting down each episode. But at the beginning of the year, it always seems exciting to count off things. So before we jump into today's message from Sukhtej, I want to bring your attention back to reflecting and dreaming. If you'll recall from last week's episode, I mentioned the fact that it's a great opportunity to give yourself time and permission to ease into your intentions. So, in doing my research for our Wellness Wednesdays episode, which you can hear on Sukhtej's Invest Singh podcast, I found out that January is actually Creativity Month. So if you think about it, how can you be more creative? And if we bring it into the context of dreaming for the month of January, how can you begin to dream and envision what you would like to manifest in 2020? So consider what possibilities lie ahead for you this year. Last week, I encouraged you to begin thinking about the different areas of your life, not just your finances, but your health, your relationships, your professional endeavors, your creative or hobby aspects of your life. And now to really think about how you would like to have those aspects of your life intersect. How would you like those aspects of your life to align? Where are there aspects that will coincide with one another? And where may you need to be thinking about potential areas of friction or even conflict? So when you're thinking creatively, what are the tools and techniques that you like to use to get your creative juices flowing? For me, I, particularly at the beginning of the year, as we ease into the end of January, before February 1st, I like to create a vision board. So that can be something that you can think about doing so creatively, beginning to identify which magazines you might want to start looking at, to begin cutting out those pictures that would align with what you would like to manifest in the new year. Or you can think about sketching, getting some flip chart paper or some blank paper and just drawing out, maybe creating your own roadmap based on discovering the best of what is now and imagining what could be your path for this year. Or it could be getting a coloring book and using that time to color. Because when you're doing these things using your hands in a writing or coloring or drawing motion, it's very different than when we are tapping on our phones or tapping on our laptops. It really does help to expand your creative flow. So those are some things to consider. And again, we are easing into our intentions. So I encourage you to open up your creative flow, your creative perspective, your creative insights. And don't fall into the trap of thinking, well, I'm not creative because I don't have a, quote, creative job. It's the same thing that we say like, oh, I can't draw. Allow all of that judgment to fall aside and just have fun with it. Think about how can you be more creative this month. So that's all for me for now. Get ready and listen up to today's tip from Singh.
Hello everyone, this is Singh, aka Investing of the Investing Podcast with your weekly Financial Friday tip. Are you doing enough to save for your retirement? Now there are a myriad of options you can choose from to open an account. You can either do that with your financial advisor or even by yourself, such as a regular IRA, a Roth IRA, or if you have children, save for their college education, a 529 plan. These are just some of the options available. With a Roth IRA, which I highly suggest you open immediately if you don't have one, you can deposit up to $5,000 a year. And now you can use those funds for your retirement. With that said, that is your weekly Financial Friday tip, and I will speak to you next week. Bye-bye.
So what is your takeaway from this week's Financial Fridays segment? What might you do differently around your money and your mindset? Tune in next Friday for another tip, idea, or suggestion for Financial Fridays. Also, I am sharing tips on Suki's podcast, Invest Singh, which is INVESTSINGH, also on Anchor. And I am sharing tips on Wednesdays. We are calling those Wellness Wednesdays. So tune in to hear my tips on his podcast on Wednesday, and stay tuned on this Start Within podcast for more Financial Fridays. Get ready to start within to finish strong.